Earlier this year, San Diego was ranked as the 10th least affordable housing market in the entire United States. You add on that California politics and limited housing inventory, why the heck are people still moving here? Now, I'll be honest, I have unique insight as a real estate agent that specializes in relocation. I've assisted hundreds of people moving to San Diego in the last 5 years. And things have changed over time. For example, in 2020 and 2021, what we saw was a huge shift of people moving to San Diego that could now work remote, and they wanted a change of scenery. A lot of people had this moment in 2020 and 2021 where we're thinking, like, what is really important in our lives? And so for a lot of people, it was, I don't want this to prioritize this big house in an area that's snowy and cold and I can't go outside. I'd rather have a smaller house closer to the beach, being more active outside with myself, my family, my dog. And so a lot of people were making that move because they had the opportunity throughout the pandemic. Quality of life is what seemed to be most important at that time. And that seems to have changed a little bit over the last year and a half. Now, one thing that's interesting is after years of headlines of a California exodus, that's kind of shifted around as well. Now, California is starting to gain residents once again. Now, keep in mind, even when California was seeing a lot of people leaving, San Diego was mostly just staying flat. Maybe the population was going up or going down just a tiny bit, mostly staying flat. People coming, people going. A lot of people were leaving LA and San Francisco. And in fact, a lot of them were moving from those areas down to San Diego. Now, if you want to know where people are going to or coming from when it comes to San Diego, Redfin actually created a really cool tool here. Now, this basically shows where people are searching from wherever they're living, where are they searching for homes. So it's not a perfect tool, but it starts to give us some insight. Now, by far, Los Angeles and San Francisco are where people are coming to San Diego from. You can see 5,000 and 2,000, and then it drops off to 300. So other states, other areas like Washington, D.C., Dallas, Texas, New York, Seattle, top of the list for where people are coming to San Diego from. And people are leaving San Diego for places like Portland, Oregon, Las Vegas, Nashville, Tennessee, Phoenix, Arizona, Boise, Idaho. We're going to see a lot of more affordability is probably one of the main reasons why people are leaving San Diego. I can tell you from my own personal experience, by far the most calls I get are from people that are looking to move from the Bay Area down to San Diego. In fact, I've had 3 calls this week from people looking to move from the Bay Area, considering relocation. A couple of those are people looking to retire here in San Diego. So that gets me into the question of why are people moving to San Diego in the first place? Wanting to retire here is definitely going to be one of the top reasons. Another one is going to be work-related relocations. No surprise here. There are local businesses are still hiring in San Diego. There are new businesses coming to San Diego. A lot of tech jobs have been coming to San Diego. Places like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon Web Services, Google, they've all started to open up locations down here in San Diego. Also, some local businesses are still hiring. We have like Viore clothing, they're still hiring here in San Diego. So there's biotech, there's all sorts of options for jobs here in San Diego, and they are bringing some people here to work at a physical location. But one of the biggest trends that we've seen over the last couple of years is that, of course, the main reason people are moving here is relocation for work right now. But one of the biggest trends that we're seeing is, especially when people are buying across the nation, the average U.S. home buyer, the average age jumps to 56. So that jump came from 49 just the year before. So this is a big thing, that it's getting harder and harder to people to afford homes, and people are looking to move to San Diego. It's going to be a much more expensive market than a lot of other areas, which is why we're seeing a lot of people come from places like LA, San Francisco, some other cities that also have really high price points. And then we are still seeing people that have the option to work from home, so they want to live here in San Diego, and they want a higher quality of life. That is still something that we're seeing, but we're seeing it less now than we were seeing in 2020 and 2021 specifically. We are also seeing some signs of this slowing down, where San Diego just fell to number 8 in home price growth. Now, keep in mind, 8 is still pretty high up there. We're still seeing pretty significant growth. But earlier this year, we were at, I believe, number 1 for home price growth. So that dropping down to number 8, I think is probably a good thing, because that's more of a healthy number. Regardless, maybe it's not the best time in the world for someone to publish a whole book on Amazon about moving to San Diego. And the truth is, there will always be people moving into San Diego and moving out of San Diego because it's one of the best places to live. The weather is fantastic. The beaches do not get much better than this. So many outdoor activities, and the people are laid back and like physically moderate in general. And if you want to know if it makes sense for you or not to move to San Diego, check out this video right here or reach out. I'd be happy to chat. Contact info is down below.